Hey guys, we're finally on X, so smash that follow button at Cartier Family, eating with the Z, for your daily dose of content. From video clips to exclusive behind the scenes stuff that we can't even post on YouTube. We'll be posting about politics, just random viral funny stuff, and sports, you name it.
All right, I'm at Saratoga Belmont Day, looking spectacular per usual, shoes, bang. But this is about Caitlyn Clark being left off the Olympic team. How dumb are these women? How dumb? I don't know who's making the decision, Women's Olympic Committee, whatever it is. I don't care if you don't think Caitlyn Clark, talent-wise, belongs on this team, even though she does put up 37 to 13, like the most points in the history of the league for a rookie. None of it matters. These women, and I love women. I'm a pro-woman guy, women guy. They complain and they cry about equal rights, equal wages, blah, 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 blah. Hey, dummies. For the first time, like in the history of basketball, you have arguably a player who is the most popular player in the world. Like, you could argue right now, Caitlyn Clark is the most talked about, discussed, most popular, most puts asses in the seats, single basketball player in the world. You could argue that. Yeah, you could say maybe LeBron, Luka, whatever you want, but you can argue it.
She up there.
And you leave her off the Olympics team, it's not only a showcase for her, it's for the sport and the other WNBA players who are on this team. How dumb, how brain dead, how idiotic do the people running this thing have to be? It was one thing after another with her. How, I at the business part of my brain is like, these people, and maybe it's a guy who did, whoever it is, I don't ever want to hear you complain about flying commercial or not getting salaries or this, that. You're too dumb. You're too dumb. You have a cash cow.
He's giving 100 though.
The Olympic basketball, women's basketball will be like the number one thing people watch with Caitlyn Clark. As it is, I'd rather watch grass grow. I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch dirt just be moved around.
Insane.
Because Caitlyn Clark's on the team. If she's there, it's appointment TV. You people, whoever did this, honestly, hey, take your brain, put it in a museum, and study it for how dumb you are.
It's like we're here reacting, right? And we know that if we add one more person or something, we're going to go up 10 million views per video. But we don't want to do it.
Nah, he's a white guy.
Exactly. That's the same thing right there.
Why not profit
everybody getting more, the viewers, everybody win. But nah.
And then, hey,
we don't want to win.
We want to get paid more, though, on reactions.
Yeah, you see? It doesn't.
Why don't we get paid more? There's a guy that can potentially get us paid more. Nah.
That's like if Mr. B said, I'm going to try to come get on y'all videos, man.
Nah.
You ain't going to help us. You going to make us feel more oppressed and victim me. We going to see your privilege.
But that's the thing, though. That's what makes it delusion, though. Because when you then cry about wages.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if y'all are aware. I'm going to tell y'all this. It's a little secret.
Whoa.
The Olympics is an international event. Hundreds of countries, millions of people will tune in to the Olympics. Caitlyn Clark does not need to be on the women's basketball team in order for views to happen. The 2024 women's basketball team, the roster has been released, and Caitlyn Clark is not on it. And a lot of her fans have lost their damn minds because she's not on it. And of course, their excuse is she's going to bring views and ratings. And it's like, the Olympics does not need it. The Olympics and the WNBA are not the same things. They're two separate entities.
I don't know about that.
So yes, while the WNBA could use the views, the Olympics does not need it. They don't need nor care about her popularity.
But the women's basketball does.
I'm not gonna lie. This whole Caitlyn. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This whole Caitlyn Clark thing. Every time I see a woman give a sports opinion on Caitlyn Clark, it sucks. The opinion fucking sucks.
Don't tell me.
Every single time.
What I don't like about how many of the men with these platforms are shaping the conversation is that they're reducing it to pettiness, to jealousy. They're playing on stereotypes and tropes that are said about women in general, but especially Black women. And this is a Black women-led league, and to me, that has really devalued the conversation we need to be having.
Is this Jamil Hill?
You know, somebody very smart said to me recently that the challenge with women's basketball is that most of the stars are Black, but most of the great players are Black, but most of the stars are white, whether it's who's getting awarded by the ESPN.
Yeah, you know. Hey, I'm done. Hey, after this, I'm done, bro. Nah, I can't do it no more, bro.
Holy shit.
Real quick though, let's real quick though. One
What?
thing I have to say. One thing, guys, this is very important to me. They traded a Russian terrorist for Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
For crimes she committed.
I forgot
Yeah, I
about
forgot about that.
And y'all gonna say damn,
Bro,
would they do that for Draymond Green?
No.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man.
Maybe. Listen.
Draymond?
It would be hard.
This is my problem with what's going on.
They wouldn't do for Patrick Beverly or Rajon Rondo.
Did you hear what she said? She said the men are making this conversation that we're jealous and all this stuff. Then they go on to say black women run the league and we're the best players, but they're the stars. Does that not sound like some jealous shit to you?
It sounds pretty jealous.
Like, you guys are literally jealous and petty. Like, first of all, this conversation that they're having doesn't need to be had. Like, it's literally pointless. Like, you guys are just playing into the argument that people are putting up that you're jealous and petty by even having this argument. It doesn't need to be a black and white thing. She's just the best player. Her play style is exciting.
Yes.
It's a social media
Steph
error.
Curry
She brings the
argument.
numbers.
Yes,
That's it.
like
Numbers.
she's just
Women lie, numbers don't lie. The numbers bring numbers. She bring money.
Literally, her being a good player, everybody wins. Why are they finding a problem with this?
They said Caitlyn Clark sold
But,
more
bro, that's what
tickets
these
in the
woke
first
companies-
finals game.
As soon as I saw Joy Reid, I knew it's gonna give me a headache. But then if this is Jamil Hill from ESPN, she got fired on ESPN for making black and white people arguments. They fired her. Every time I see her tweeting,
That's
it's a black and
strong
white
coming from
argument relating to sports. I just can't get it.
Most of the great players are black, but most of the stars are white, whether it's who's getting awarded by the ESPN, whether who's getting noticed by the magazines. And like you said, if there were charter flights, Brittany Griner would not have ended up in a gulag, right? These ladies are flying commercial and they're not treated as like the men are. How much of this do you think, though, is the marketing potential of a Caitlyn Clark? Because, quite frankly, this is a league that is largely, as you said, largely black women. It's also largely LGBTQ. She's a...
Boom, another problem right there.
She just said the problem was they weren't taking charter flights. That's why Brittany Griner got arrested. Brittany Griner got arrested because she brought weed. So
into Russia.
She would have got away with it.
She brought cards into Russia.
Hold on. So if Caitlyn Clark was in the league, she would have got away with it because they would be private.
That's false. You still got to go through the airport.
No, I don't think charter, you got no security.
For real?
Yeah. That's why it's private.
But when you fly into a different country, you don't have to go through security.
Like,
so if she would have flew into Texas with them cars, she still would have got locked up. Would y'all be bitching and crying then?
The problem with what she said is, though, she said
Brittany
did not have charter flights. Why didn't Brittany have charter flights?
Because the league didn't have the money to afford it because it wasn't as popular.
What does that got to do with white black? Nothing.
No.
She didn't bring enough fans.
Listen,
like
did you not
Caitlyn.
hear what she was alluding to? She said the league is largely black women and LGBTQ. Also alluding to the fact that was the reason they weren't on charters.
Yes.
See, this is what I'm talking about with this pettiness and jealous argument. Yeah. Why does it matter? Who cares? Now you have a cash cow that you can market and will help your league bring ratings and money for years to come, and you guys are fucking burning it. Oh my gosh. Why are we even having this argument? It's not a black and white thing. Everybody wins now that this player is in the league bringing the eyes, the numbers, the money. As we've already seen, they got more charter. They got more views. I think the game that Caitlyn Clark just played where she dropped 30 against the Washington Mystics was that team's first $1 million sellout night ever. Oh wow, that sounds like a team that Caitlyn don't even play for that just won because of Caitlyn Clark. Why are we having problems here?
You know what we should
This is
do?
not a black and white argument. It
shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be. Like, we shouldn't be complaining, oh, this white girl who's not black or LGBTQ. Like,
we should
did
stop
anyone
watching.
hear a single complaint from white people when Tiger Woods was going and dominating golf and bringing eyes to golf?
this is a white male league. This is a white male league. You got this
I
black
bet
kid.
there's a study somewhere on the amount of black people to watch golf before and after Tiger Woods. I guarantee you,
Bro,
it went up. My dad was watching golf. My dad does not watch golf. But when Tiger Woods is playing, we are watching golf.
Bro, Tiger Woods during his scandal, bro. He was just having an affair, and during his scandal, he lost Nike as his sponsor, $1 billion. One man, $1 billion.
Did they sign him back?
Hell yeah, they never dropped him.
Oh, yeah,
they was trying to cover for him.
They couldn't.
And they lost $1 billion. And imagine when he lost the PGA.
Dang.
That's one man, black guy in an all-white league.
Exactly.
No one complained.
No one complained.
They welcomed him back.
Equality.
They welcomed him back with open arms once he came back. Even to this day, he
They
still
love
get hype.
Tiger. People forgot damn near now.
He freaking almost died, bro.
Nobody forgot.
People was sad. No, nobody forgot. But
It's like they're pointing the finger at the racists, but they are the
No, they're making. There's nobody else having a race argument but them.
gaslighting.
They're making a race argument out of this. I'm
Are
sorry.
they trying to say the WNBA fans are just racist?
I guess they're jealous and they're being petty.
not the NBA fans though.
I'm sorry.
They said
It's the same fans.
That's
Listen,
why Jokic
no,
won the MVP.
They said at the beginning of this conversation it was supposed to prove that they're not jealous and petty, and the whole time it sounds jealous and freaking petty to me.
I mean, most of the great players are black, but most of the stars are white, whether it's who's getting awarded by the ESPN, whether who's getting noticed by the magazines. And like you said, if there were charter flights, Brittany Griner would not have ended up in a gulag, right? These ladies are flying commercial and they're not treated as like the men are. How much of this do you think, though, is the marketing potential of a Caitlyn Clark? Because quite frankly, this is a league that is largely, as you said, largely black women. It's also largely LGBTQ. She's a white heterosexual woman. And so if you're trying to get white dads to go spend their money and buy season tickets, she seems like a marketing opportunity. How much of it is that?
Is that a problem?
I don't know why people find that to be controversial to think about that. I mean, we know that marketing is about ability, talent, all those things. And nobody's saying that Caitlyn Clark doesn't have those things. It's like she's incredibly talented. She's broken record. She's playing a playing style that people love, that is very representative of what we see today, particularly on the men's side. But yes, it helps that she's white, straight in from Iowa, in a league that has faced marketing challenges throughout the history over the last 3 decades that it's been in existence. It's faced marketing challenges because of the things that you mentioned, because 70% of the players are black women, because a third of them identify as LGBTQ+. Yes, it has faced challenges.
So why
Or
you
was
still
it not
bring-
exciting? Because I don't really think many people, like probably there's some people who are fans that care about what people do off the court or whatever, but like all these players, like a player will literally get arrested for something crazy in the NFL and everyone is happy when he comes back and he's balling. No one cares about what he did. Like if you look up the amount of people in the NFL who have been arrested for things, no one cares anymore. Because they balling.
No, some
Ray
people do
Lewis
care.
almost went to jail for murder.
Bruh.
And he's an NFL
Bruh.
legend. They love
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Like if he's like, that's why it's not
Like,
he almost
to
went to
me,
jail for
it's not the
murder?
things
Yeah.
that
It's crazy.
The WNBA was not unpopular because of the choices that they were making. To me, it's unpopular because it was boring to watch.
Yeah, and
And now it's fun to watch.
the product just wasn't there, but now you have this new product
'Cause if
who's
you-
make
you
the
see- you know
game
what I'm saying?
exciting. It's brought new eyes, and it's different than what was put out before. Obviously, it's going to be extremely popular. I mean, I'm not really finding the problem here, and I don't understand why they felt that conversation was necessary to be had.
We let Michael Vick come back to the league,
Like-
and people love him.
This is sad to see for
At the dog
my
fight.
sisters. This is very
It
sad
just,
to
it
see
just
for my
sounds jealous and petty. Like, oh, this white girl, she's the most popular thing. Okay, like why are we making it a black? Like she just why are we
It's
sitting
it's
down?
most of our sisters hate,
I'm just,
man.
I'm not understanding why they're finding a problem with it though.
Because
Hey.
they ain't getting the
Like
guap.
she's not disrespectful. She's likable. She's humble. Like she ain't insulting nobody.
She ain't getting
What's the
guap.
problem?
From dating black women, I'm not surprised from this delusion.
Wow,
It's a,
This
it's a
nigga
problem.
funny.
that was crazy.
He said it's
I feel
a
bad for
problem
you,
with
Susan.
delusion. That's crazy.
Caitlyn, what was your reaction when you saw the USA team yesterday, the roster come out?
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way of me being on the team, me not being on the team. So, I'm excited for them. I'm going to be rooting them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so it'll be fun to watch them.
What was your level of disappointment not having hearing your name on the roster?
Honestly, no disappointment. Like I think it just gives you something to work for. That's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
This elephant in the room is the Team USA roster. Caitlin's not on it. What was your reaction when you saw that list come out yesterday?
Yeah, a little disappointed, of course. She's my player. That's the hardest team in the world to make, right? Like that is a tough team. She's young. She's going to have so many opportunities in the future.
How did you coach her up through that, or did you talk to her at all through that to make it more of a motivating factor than anything?
Yeah, we talked actually on the bus. She got the call on the bus, and she texted me to let me know. And, I just tried to keep her spirits. I mean, the thing she said was, hey, Coach, they woke a monster, which I thought was awesome.
She took it the best way possible. She always takes everything the best way.
She always takes the high road. Walking a monster. She never plays into the narrative. She never plays into the argument. She always gives props. I just don't understand how you can see her and that's her response to what's going on, and you continually find a problem. You don't ever think like, well, maybe I am tripping.
She definitely knows.
You know who she remind me of?
Bro, she's chill, bro.
You know who mentality she
got? It was a
got?
little disappointment, and she said she had no disappointment.
She gave me
I'm sure she was definitely disappointed. Of course, as a competitor, you want to go represent.
And when he was athlete, we know you're gonna be disappointed.
When you one of the best and you get snubbed, of course you're gonna feel some type of way.
She said it the best way she could have, bro.
No, facts.
She said the same shit.
Like, bro, she's
actually,
like,
I'd have said worse things.
Yeah, bro, I would have probably been a little salty. I'm like, look, like I feel like I'm good enough to be on the team, but she's very humble. Like, and that's why I respect her, because she always takes the high road.